праздником вас! С Днем Великой Победы! Ура!
When hearing the name Russia, most people might immediately think of a formidable military power, significant geopolitical influence, and a firmness that makes it feared by many countries, especially in Europe and the United States. As the largest country in the world by land area and one of the global powers, Russia indeed plays an important role in various aspects of the modern world. However, behind that image, there is one interesting fact that is rarely highlighted. Russia is also home to millions of Muslims, making it one of the countries with the largest Muslim population in Europe. Islam is not new to Russia. This religion has been a part of the country's history for centuries and continues to grow to this day. The role of Islam in Russia has grown stronger in recent decades, as seen in the increasing number of mosques, madrasas, and government support for the Muslim community. In fact, Russia is now known as a country that hosts one of the largest iftar gatherings in the world, attended by more than 12,000 Muslims. Even more interesting, Russian President Vladimir Putin often expresses a positive attitude toward Islam. In several of his speeches, he has even quoted verses from the Qur'an, demonstrating that Islam in Russia is not just a minority, but an essential part of the country's social and cultural life. So what is life like for Muslims in Russia? How are Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr celebrated in a country where the majority of the population is not Muslim? Watch the full video below. Russia is the largest country in the world, covering an area of approximately 17 million square kilometers, stretching from Eastern Europe to Northern Asia. The country spans 11 time zones and has a population of around 140 million people. Beyond its impressive landmass, Russia is also known for its rich culture and diversity. One of the key aspects of this diversity is the presence of a significant Muslim community. Islam is the second largest religion in the country after Christianity. By 2025, it is estimated that there will be around 20 million Muslims in Russia. Islam has been an integral part of life in Russia for centuries and serves as an important pillar in the country's cultural diversity and history. This diversity not only enriches the culture, but also strengthens interfaith relations and unity within society. The Muslim community in Russia has contributed to various fields, including art, music, literature, politics, and the economy. Currently, the Russian government, under the leadership of President Vladimir Putin, has a complex approach toward the Muslim community. On one hand, Islam is recognized as one of Russia's traditional religions and is considered part of the country's historical heritage. The Russian government has provided subsidies for the construction of mosques and Islamic educational institutions, as well as encouraged immigration from former Soviet countries with predominantly Muslim populations. President Vladimir Putin has a generally positive view of the Muslim community in Russia. On several occasions, he has praised the contributions of Muslims in strengthening Russia's unity and resilience. He also acknowledges that Muslims are a natural and organic part of Russian society, and their contributions are crucial in maintaining national unity and harmony. It is no surprise that many Muslims in Russia feel safe and comfortable under his leadership. On multiple occasions, President Putin has even quoted verses from the Quran in his speeches, as shown in the following video.
Находясь здесь, в Турции, в стране с преимущественно мусульманским населением, не могу не вспомнить строки из священного Корана, где сказано: «Вспомните милость Аллаха. Вы когда-то были врагами, Аллах примирил ваши сердца и сделал вас братьями». Вот я думаю, что исходить нужно как раз из этого.
In Russia, Muslim communities are widely spread across cities like Moscow, St. Petersburg, and Kazan, as well as various regions of the Russian Federation, including Karachay-Cherkessia, Kabardino-Balkaria, Bashkortostan, Tatarstan, Ingushetia, Dagestan, and the Chechen Republic. However, the most dominant Muslim populations are found in Chechnya and Dagestan. In Chechnya, the majority of the population is Muslim, with around 1.5 million people. Meanwhile, Dagestan also has a very large Muslim population. The majority of its residents are Sunni Muslims who follow the Hanafi school of thought. Nearly 100% of the population in this region is Muslim. Across Russia, there are more than 3,000 madrasas spread throughout various regions. These madrasas play a crucial role in religious education, teaching, and nurturing young Quran memorizers among Russia's Muslim youth. In addition to madrasas, mosques are also found throughout Russia, both in major cities and rural areas. The number of mosques in Russia has grown significantly over the past few decades. Currently, there are more than 7,000 mosques across the country. This increase reflects the revival of Islam in Russia following the collapse of the Soviet Union. Some of the most famous mosques in Russia include Moscow Cathedral Mosque. Located in Moscow, the capital of Russia, this mosque can accommodate up to 10,000 worshippers. Kul Sharif Mosque. Situated in Kazan, Tatarstan, this mosque features 6 minarets, each standing 55 meters tall. Prophet Muhammad Mosque, the largest mosque in Russia, located in the city of Shali, Chechnya. It was inaugurated by President Vladimir Putin on August 2, 2019, and can hold more than 30,000 worshippers. This grand mosque features high-quality marble, the same material used in Masjid al-Haram in Mecca. Blue Mosque, Sukarno Mosque. Also known as the Sukarno Mosque, it is located in St. Petersburg. This mosque has a strong historical connection with Indonesia, especially with the first president of Indonesia, Sukarno. In 1956, during a bilateral visit to Russia, President Sukarno visited the city of St. Petersburg and saw a blue dome building, which turned out to be a mosque. At that time, the mosque had been repurposed as a warehouse by the Soviet government. Seeing this, President Sukarno requested the Soviet leader to restore the mosque to its original function as a place of worship. His request was granted, and since then, the mosque has been known as the Sukarno Mosque by the local community. This mosque was built using blue and turquoise granite and has 3 floors that can accommodate up to 7,000 worshippers. Today, it has become a popular religious tourism destination for the Indonesian diaspora and travelers visiting St. Petersburg, Russia. These mosques become especially active and bustling during the holy month of Ramadan. Ramadan atmosphere in Russia. The atmosphere of Ramadan in Russia has its own uniqueness. Although Russia is known for its cold climate, Muslims there observe the holy month with great enthusiasm. Fasting in Russia lasts for quite a long duration, more than 18 hours each day. Despite this challenge, they continue their fast with patience and sincerity. During the holy month of Ramadan, mosques in Russia become centers for religious and social activities. Many Muslims from different parts of the city gather to pray and attend religious lectures. Additionally, various charitable activities take place, such as providing iftar meals at mosques, collecting donations for orphans and the underprivileged. Ramadan also brings changes to the daily lives of Russian Muslims. They focus more on spiritual growth, self-reflection, and increasing their worship and charity. One of the most anticipated traditions is the Ramadan Bazaar and communal iftar. Ramadan bazaars in Russia are usually held around major mosques and Muslim communities. These bazaars offer a variety of food, beverages, and religious items, such as Islamic books, prayer mats, perfumes, and Islamic souvenirs. Communal iftar, breaking fast together, is one of the most anticipated events during Ramadan. Amazingly, Russia hosts one of the largest iftar gatherings in the world, attended by over 12,000 Muslims. This tradition is eagerly awaited by the Muslim community across various regions in Russia. The atmosphere of togetherness and warmth during these gatherings reflects the strong solidarity among Muslims in a country where the majority of the population is non-Muslim. Every mosque and Muslim community in Russia actively prepares iftar meals for worshippers. The iftar menu typically includes traditional Russian and Middle Eastern dishes such as soups, pilaf rice, kebabs, and various types of bread. While waiting for iftar, mosques also hold religious lectures in Islamic studies. After breaking their fast, Muslims perform Maghrib, Isha, and Taraweeh prayers. Throughout the holy month, Taraweeh prayers are held every night until the end of Ramadan. Eid al-Fitr atmosphere in Russia. After Ramadan ends, the chants of takbir echo in mosques across Russia, marking the arrival of Eid al-Fitr. Muslims in Russia gather at large mosques or open fields to perform the Eid prayer. After the prayer, an Eid sermon is delivered, emphasizing messages of togetherness, kindness, and forgiveness. Following the Eid prayer, Muslims visit family, neighbors, and friends to exchange greetings and seek forgiveness. The atmosphere of Eid in Russia is filled with warmth and unity, making it a joyful and meaningful celebration. Amid Russia's image as a firm and influential global power, Islam continues to flourish and has become an important part of its society. With a growing Muslim population, support for mosque and madrasa development, and increasingly active religious activities, Islam in Russia is experiencing a remarkable revival. The holy month of Ramadan and the Eid al-Fitr celebration are special moments for Muslims in Russia. Despite challenges such as long fasting hours and cold weather, their spirit in worship remains strong. From grand mosques to one of the largest communal iftars in the world, the togetherness and spiritual strength of Russia's Muslim community continue to enrich the country's cultural diversity. With all its dynamics, Islam in Russia proves that even as a minority, Muslims can still preserve their identity and traditions. Government support, interfaith harmony, and the strong spirit of the Muslim community play a crucial role in ensuring the continuity of Islam in the land of the Red Bear. The journey of Islam in Russia is far from over, and the future looks even brighter for its Muslim community. Ramadan, Eid al-Fitr, and other Islamic traditions will continue to be symbols of unity, resilience, and faith amidst Russia's vast and diverse landscape. Seek knowledge even as far as China. This hadith is not merely an expression, but also a reflection of the long-standing relationship between Islam and China. More than 1,300 years ago, Arab and Persian traders sailed to the coasts of China, bringing the teachings of Islam, which were gradually accepted by the local population. Over time, Muslim communities grew, establishing mosques, madrasas, and even Islamic villages that still endure to this day. Amid China's rapid modernization, traces of Islam can still be found in various parts of the country. Several Islamic villages have flourished, serving not only as residential areas, but also as centers of Islamic culture and education. The uniqueness of these villages attracts many tourists from different countries, including those who seek to learn more about Muslim life in China. Najiang Village in Yunnan Province is one of the largest Muslim villages in China. Upon entering this village, visitors are immediately greeted by the distinctive Islamic atmosphere. A grand mosque stands majestically in the heart of the village, serving as the center of community life. Its architecture is unique, blending traditional Chinese and Islamic elements. The curved roof, characteristic of Chinese structures, is adorned with beautiful Arabic calligraphy, reflecting the harmony between two cultures that have intertwined for centuries. Every day, the call to prayer, adhan, echoes from the mosque, inviting residents to perform congregational prayers. Surrounding the mosque, halal shops line the streets, offering a variety of traditional Muslim foods such as lamian, hand-pulled noodles, grilled lamb, and Uyghur-style flatbread. The men in this village wear white skullcaps, while the women wear hijabs in various soft colors. Their lives are simple, yet filled with peace. The village children study the Qur'an at the madrasa, while also receiving a modern education in public schools. Religious and secular education go hand in hand, reflecting the balance upheld by Muslims in China. Aside from Najiang, Donglianhua Village, or Eastern Lotus, is another significant Muslim community worth visiting. This village has a long history linked to the Silk Road trade. In the past, Muslim merchants from Central Asia settled here, building grand houses with impressive architecture. The houses in Donglianhua feature spacious courtyards, intricately carved windows, and large doors that still preserve their traditional design. Each building holds stories of the Muslim traders' past prosperity. The village's residents, mostly Hui Muslims, continue to uphold their Islamic traditions while integrating into the broader Chinese society. They engage in business, agriculture, and participate in China's rapidly growing economic network. Many Chinese people are converting to Islam. In recent years, the number of Chinese people embracing Islam has been steadily increasing. This phenomenon has drawn significant attention, given that China is not a Muslim-majority country. Several factors contribute to this growing number of converts, including interest in Islamic values. Islam teaches simplicity, peace, and balance in life. Many Chinese people are drawn to these teachings, especially those seeking spiritual meaning in a fast-paced and materialistic modern world. Interaction with Muslim communities. Many Han Chinese, the country's majority ethnic group, interact with Hui or Uyghur Muslim communities in their daily lives. Seeing how Muslims uphold strong ethical values in their way of life, many become interested in learning more about Islam. Access to information through the internet and social media. In this digital era, information about Islam is more accessible than ever. Many people discover Islam through videos, articles, or interactions on social media. Some of them become curious, study Islam more deeply, and eventually decide to convert. Marriage with Muslims. Some Chinese people convert to Islam after marrying a Muslim partner. In many cases, they go on to study the religion more deeply and choose to remain committed to Islamic teachings. The Chinese Constitution guarantees religious freedom for all its citizens. Islam, along with Buddhism, Taoism, Catholicism, and Protestantism, is one of the 5 officially recognized religions by the government. However, religious life in China also comes with its own challenges. The government has specific policies regulating religious activities, including Islam. Despite this, Muslim communities continue to preserve their traditions in a peaceful and harmonious manner. In major cities like Beijing and Shanghai, there are many mosques that serve as centers of worship and community life. The Niujie Mosque in Beijing, for example, is one of the oldest mosques in China, dating back to the 10th century. This mosque is not only a place of worship, but also a significant historical and cultural landmark of Islam in China. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Muslim community in China is how they integrate Islamic teachings into local culture. The Hui Muslims, for example, have culinary traditions that blend distinctive Chinese flavors with Islamic halal dietary laws. They also have a unique form of calligraphy, where Arabic script is often written in a style resembling Chinese Han characters. Muslim attire in China also has its own distinctive characteristics. Hui men often wear long robes with simple patterns, while women wear hijabs paired with traditional Chinese clothing. During major Islamic celebrations, such as Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, Muslim communities in various villages hold special events, including halal feasts, communal prayers, and Islamic art performances. All of this reflects how Islam can coexist harmoniously with Chinese culture without losing its identity. A journey to the Islamic villages of China is more than just an ordinary trip. It is an immersive experience that offers deeper insight into the history, culture, and lives of Muslims in the land of the Red Dragon. Villages like Najiaying and Donglianhua stand as living proof that Islam has been an integral part of Chinese society for centuries. Islamic traditions continue to thrive, even amid the rapid waves of modernization. On the other hand, the growing number of Chinese people embracing Islam makes the phenomenon of converts an intriguing subject to observe. With greater access to information, increased interaction with Muslim communities, and a deeper search for life's meaning, Islam continues to grow as an integral part of China's spiritual diversity. The existence of these Islamic villages is proof that harmony between religion and culture can flourish beautifully. In China, Islam is not just a religion, but also a living historical heritage that continues to thrive to this day.